I have one question for you, maybe can be helpful for my students. Quindi ragazzi, faccio una domanda un po' per tutti voi. La faccio prima in inglese e poi traduco in italiano. We are in a strange moment with this pandemic era and COVID. So many people have to work a lot for stay motivated in the lessons, because online lessons is a beautiful instrument, but sometimes we lose the connection from the people, behind the people, to the people, because we have only a screen and only some pictures on this screen, and so we lose the physical contact. No?
Just like
now, yes. But we lose the connection with the people in the conservatoire, no? And many students maybe cannot stay, find the right motivation to play, and maybe they want to stop to play. What your advice for give the right motivation to the student to keep going on his studies? I translate.
All right, so that's a very good question. So I'm going to answer this in different sections. The first part of it is to be patient. If you're a student that's 18, 19, 20 years old, you probably need to wait 4, 5, 10 years anyway until you get a job. We need to be patient. For example, when I started university, it was 4 years until I got a job. I've got a student from Australia who went to Europe and studied for a long time and didn't get his first job until he was 30. So what I'm saying is patience, progressing and studying no matter the conditions. So we always have challenging conditions. Now this is extra, especially challenging conditions with this COVID lockdown. If I was to look 5 years in the future, and in 5 years, I'm sitting there in Italy with you guys having a pizza, and we'll be saying, hey, do you remember 5 years ago when we had that COVID thing? And for a year and a half, we just had to be on the computers. Oh, yeah. Tell us, wow, was that a year and a half? Yeah. So our sense of time will change. So what I would suggest to the young people is be patient and trust me that 5 years from now, when you look back, it's going to seem like it was a short time. And the next part is your motivation needs to come from within yourself, not from external things. So the students of today cannot expect to be motivated by myself or Matteo or people online or the weather or what the financial markets are doing or viruses, whatever. Your motivation has to come from within, and then you have to acknowledge that you have no control over a lot of external things. So none of us can control that there's a COVID, but we can control our motivation. So patience first. Now motivated, come from inside. If you're the kind of person who wants motivation to come from the outside, then you will probably struggle all your life to be motivated. Don't be one of those kind of people who waits for things to go back to normal. Be one of those kind of people who's ready for the post-COVID era. So we're living in the COVID era now. So when the COVID era finishes, we'll be in the post-COVID era, and it's not going to be like we were before COVID started. People are so used to being online now. There's been a real growth in all these international web style platforms that a lot of these lifestyle changes, the good things, are going to stay with us in the post-COVID era. So get on it now, and yes, of course, look forward to the post-COVID era, but be ready. But you get ready now. That's
Thank you, Steve. You know, this is a good point of view.